me feeling like I'm academics.
Okay. All right, we're clicking off of that. All right, so let's actually just go back to this Atlanta thing. Let's quickly go through it. So the top 50 rappers in Atlanta, Complex put this list out. Y'all could kind of like start spamming who y'all think should be number 1 to number 5. Y'all give me y'all top 5. We're going to get to it. I knew this list was going to be on some clown shit once they put Lil Nas X as number 50. Why do I say that? It's no hate towards Lil Nas X. It's because when they formulate these lists, they want to get some clickbait material. So putting Lil Nas X number 50 rather than number 49, it jumps off the page. You put the gay rapper, it's going from 50 to 1. You put the gay rapper, the openly gay rapper, as 50 to almost stand out. You know what people gonna say who are prejudicial to Atlanta? Look, they got a gay nigga over there. Atlanta no for gay shit. Right? So they know what they're doing. They put, this is a clickbait move, I think. I don't think they actually believe he's actually 50. They put him there to capture headlines. Okay. Should he be in the top 50? I'm going to be honest with you. I called a few people. Called my man Meezy. That's 21 Savage manager. That's my guy. And I was asking him about the list. And he said, listen, the list isn't all the way correct, honestly. There's a bunch of people. And he named some people who, I can't remember off the top of my head who was talking about, but he said there's definitely some people missing, right? He didn't necessarily say who shouldn't be on the list or whatever. He was just saying, if you're from Atlanta, and this goes back to the point of, remember when I was talking to the Ray Daniels dude? I was just like, yo, bro, check this out. Yo, we're talking about Atlanta cases and Atlanta situations, and it's New York outlets talking about it. Like, for example, think about this. Complex is a New York outlet, too. How are they making and being the aficionados of a top 50 Atlanta list? Now, I'm pretty sure they're going to be like, oh, we consulted with so-and-so, but like, come on, bro. You need, like, I would rather this list come out through like, if Big Facts Podcast came out with a top 50, I'll be like, okay, you know what it is, They're from that region. These are people who are intimately, have been around for a while. Like, Big Facts Podcast could come out with a top 50 from Atlanta. Complex coming out with a top 50 from Atlanta. Nigga, please. You get what I'm saying? But I do think, that's why, and I wasn't really trying to shit on Atlanta when I was talking about it before. I was trying to inspire them. I'm like, yo, how y'all gonna be the place that's the most inspiring musically, but y'all media is not matching? Y'all having to getting covered by everybody everywhere else, and it's not just a New York thing, because you have niggas in South Dakota and niggas in Michigan and niggas in the UK that's covering y'all stories. Like, y'all should take some pride in being from there, that y'all should also create these media entities that's handling that, right? Just like how I see Deshaun Cotton does with Say Cheese when it comes to anything to do with Texas. Anyway, okay, so we got Lil Nas X at 50. Let's see, we have Pee Wee Longway at 49. I feel like Pee Wee Longway should be on here. I can't weigh where he should be at. I'm just going to react. Sci-Hi the Prince has 48. For some reason, I just feel like this is kind of criminal, just because I don't think we're going to be able to name 5 people that lyrically is better than him on this list, and 5 people from Atlanta who have contributed to some of the greatest artists of our time, whether, through collaborations or not. For whatever reason, I feel like Sci-Hi should be higher. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but again, I'm going to say this is an amateur opinion on Atlanta, okay? I don't know everything I'm saying in the facts, because I'm not from Atlanta, right? Trouble at 47. Shout out to Trouble. I've always, I feel like he always repped Atlanta, but I know a few songs by him. I can't tell here or there whether he should be on the list or maybe lower on the list. So it is what it is, right? Rich the Kid, 46. Why do I not like associate Rich the Kid with Atlanta like that? I don't know. Now, does Rich the Kid have a lot of successful records? Absolutely. This is where I think I would ask about this list. Is this list about more rappers whose sound and songs and success has been representative of Atlanta, or they just came from Atlanta, right? Because, of course, we know Rich the Kid, he was around the Migos, but, like, I felt Rich the Kid kind of, like, branched off, and, like, I've kind of seen Rich the Kid as, like, I don't know what region I would say, but I haven't thought immediately Atlanta. And maybe that's just me being wrong. Maybe that's just me being wrong. But okay, he's 46. We have K Camp. Ooh. Now this is also where I don't know who's the other 44 people on the list. I definitely know that when K Camp fell out of the mainstream, K Camp was extremely popular locally and regionally. Like when people thought K Camp fell off mainstream wise, you had that song, "It Ain't Nothing Cut Up and Up," right? Like he still had a bunch of songs. I would hang out with like women who would be from Atlanta, and they'd be like, "Yo, we bumping that new K Camp," and I was just like, "K Camp," but K Camp been lit regionally there, so I would think he would be lower on this list in the sense of I guess higher. I mean to say like 45 seems like it's too low, right? Lil Scrappy. Lil Scrappy is one of those people around the Lil Jon era came in and certified that crunk music. I think these days people know him more for like Love and Hip Hop and like his personal drama. But there was a time that I thought like he was the hardest rapper out, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought Lil Scrappy was just like, that get crunk music. Like crunk music was almost like fight music, kind of, right? Just like, yeah, never ever get on my level. Got money in the bank. Yeah. B.O.B. Now, hopefully this is not a disrespect. I always thought B.O.B. was like, and tell me if this is wild, like incorrect or disrespectful. I thought he was the Tyler Creator of Atlanta. Am I wrong for this? I thought B.O.B. very eclectic, very creative, different, but he still represented the region, just like how you have Tyler the Creator when it comes to that for like, I think he's from the West, right? Am I not making sense? Tell me if I'm not making sense. What y'all laughing at me for? No? Why y'all saying Scrappy had one song? Somebody said K Cam from Milwaukee. Like, how you from Milwaukee? B.O.B.'s mad talented. Am I tripping? Yeah, B.O.B. Yeah, okay. All right, somebody said that's fair. Yeah, okay. Cool. All right, good. OJ the Juice Man. Now, OJ the Juice Man beat at 42. By the way, you get to realize, like, some of these guys, regionally, they're definitely legends, right? OJ the Juice Man, B.O.B. May not be overall legends, but definitely regional legends. OJ the Juice Man, I always felt like his career got cut short, but I couldn't figure out why, because I don't think it was incarceration or nothing. I just feel like at a time we just stopped hearing about him. And, obviously we were seeing with Gucci, this and third, but it was just like, I felt like he was like part of the influence of a lot of what we were hearing from Atlanta for a period. And I thought there was going to be like that glow up for him just by himself. And obviously, he has a couple songs, but I don't think he had the run that I thought he was going to have. You get what I'm saying? But, shout out to OJ the Juice Man. We get Roscoe Dash. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Roscoe Dash got to be higher up on this list, man. Roscoe Dash, or maybe I'm time trapped to it because, like, I think I was in college during this time. Like, the nigga had no hands all the way, turned up all the way. Like Roscoe Dash, Travis Porter. Like, there was a time, I'm telling you, even on the East Coast, you're only bumping them songs. Roscoe Dash, Travis Porter, all them Atlanta niggas, Waka Flocka was with them. Them niggas was like literally the club scene. Like, for real. True, let me see. Yeah, whatever happened to Roscoe Dash? You see the thing with these guys is like, oh, he did Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay? Oh shit. Yeah. You see, the thing is with like a Roscoe Dash, I don't know what did he just actually fall off? Did he get cold? Did he just lose interest? Or did the sound move on? Because that's what happens sometimes. Like, you see some of these guys, you're like, damn, this nigga he had a run. He was on every lit song, and then you don't hear about him anymore. And it's like, did the sound move on to something else, or did this nigga just get too comfortable? Web Stalkers, I need to throw a party with the 2010 classic vibes. Yo, I probably gotta if my laptop's over there on that DJ booth, like I probably got a crazy playlist still, like the same playlist I used to really play at parties. DJ, turn me up. Nah. Hey, Roscoe definitely deserves to be on this list. I can't even lie. Okay, we get Sean Paul. Am I tripping? Like I know he's on Snap Your Fingers, but I don't know if Sean Paul goes over Roscoe Dash and even OJ and even B.O.B. Unless I'm tripping. Am I tripping, Jack? I might be tripping. Now, they're saying he belongs on the list because he helped introduce the East Side Stomp to the country. Obviously, if you don't know, like, he was part of the group Young Bloods. But I don't know. Maybe I don't have the biggest memory of like his shit being so dominating that he would be above like some of these other guys. You get what I'm saying? Like, and with all due respect, I think if we say Sean Paul, people are gonna think of the dancehall artists before him. So I just don't know. Might be a hater. That might be a hater. Yo, Jay the Goat says, yo, Ak, he's an Uber driver now. Stop playing with that nigga, man. A lot of these guys, like, I know, wasn't Chameleon? No, Chameleon is from Texas. A lot of these guys, they probably got into crypto or something like that. They're probably businessmen, real estate moguls and shit. Cool breeze. Now, this is where you get no commentary from me because I don't know who this is. And Dirty South featuring Goody Mob and Big Boy. Okay. Once you see like a song like this, Goody Mob, Big Boy, okay, you got it. Why they been on the list? A prototype for modern trap rapper, the first rapper to say Dirty South on wax, and the commercial success was a #1 record on the Billboard Hot 11 chart. Maybe meant Hot 100. It said a #1 album on the Billboard Billboard 200 chart. So he's the one who introduced the word or the phrase Dirty South. Okay. Shout out to him. We get Young Nudie at 38. Shout out to Nudie. Obviously, you got Peaches and Eggplants, Pissy Pamper, Hell Shell. And they're saying, why does he belong on the list? Because a new era of villainous, horror-shaped rap to the A alongside his cousin 21 Savage. Yeah, like he's definitely that new era of Atlanta. Wouldn't say the newest era, but like that they kind of described it right. The villain era. You remember when 21 Savage kind of came in and niggas almost equating that nigga to like Michael Myers, like a nigga just like walking around with a knife stabbing people. Because even the music sounded so dark. And you got to also, you see, half of this list, like, I know they're not putting producer, but we got to shout to Metro, right? Even though I don't like that fuck nigga, we got to give him credit. He crafted some of these dark beats. I don't know if Zaytoven did as much, but that's been Metro's thing. He crafts these like dark instrumentals that kind of gave these guys almost like a Marvel and DC type of like reign. You know what I'm saying? Rich Homie Quan, number 37. For whatever reason, I feel like he should be higher on this list. Why is Rich Homie Quan only 37? Like Rich Homie Quan, like I thought his solo career was so dope. I know, by the way, he did an interview with me. I think he kind of said that the worst thing he probably could have done wasn't necessarily linking up with Thug, but stop fucking with Thug. Because after that shit was just never the same. But yo, Rich Homie Quan to me is the Fetty Wap of Atlanta. He's the Fetty Wap of Atlanta. You go to him for the hit. He's the guy with the voice. He's the guy with the hooks. He's the guy with like a lot of the sauce that was kind of like, he was going to give you the hit. So, I don't know. 37 kind of feel a little bit low. I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm saying you throw that boy Rich Homie in top 20. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say at least top 20. Important songs, Top Away, Lifestyle. Like, bro, like his first couple mixtapes was just like fucking fire. We get Fabo. Now, you're going to have to be a little bit older to realize this. This was the era, the Laffy Taffy, the Geeked Up, D4L. Okay. I don't know if I'm putting Fabo over, Rich Homie Quan. Like, if we're doing nostalgia, I guess, but it's like, Rich Homie Quan was a monster. Like Rich Homie Quan to me was a heavy hitter. Like, what are we doing? Now Diamond gotta be on this list. I don't know if y'all tapped in with Diamond, but Diamond to me, if Diamond came out now, who would Diamond be? Diamond would be, I would say Sexy Red if she could actually really rap like that. But nah, like she wasn't that like provocative like that. Kind of, but like she was just hard. Diamond was like Remy Ma for Atlanta. You get what I'm saying? Like Diamond was like Remy Ma for Atlanta. Like I'm trying to compare it to a rapper now. Who the hell could I compare Diamond to? Diamond. There's a lane for a chick like Diamond. I ain't gonna lie. You think Glorilla? Am I tripping on Fabo? Somebody said I'm tripping on Fabo. Like, am I underrating him? You think Diamond would be Lotto? I like Lotto, but like Diamond hardcore, bro. Bro, kilt nuck if you buck, rock your hips. Like, I come in the club, shaking my dress, throwing these bows, buzzing these heads. Like, come on, stop playing. Diamond was crazy with it. Ooh, nah, I think she might be higher too. But damn, it looked like there's a lot of good people on here. We get Bankroll Fresh here. I don't know if y'all are all up on Bankroll Fresh, but Bankroll Fresh was had the super promising upside. Obviously, he was fatally, gunned down. Yeah, definitely. I could see why they would put him here. Yeah, I wasn't that much in tune with his music, but I definitely knew that he was kind of buzzing heavily around the time of his passing. So, rest in peace of Backroad Fresh. Oh, Childish Gambino. Now, here's the thing about Childish Gambino being at 33. I can't tell if they put him 33 because I don't think he's the quintessential representative of the culture of Atlanta or the sound of Atlanta. Or maybe they really think with all his contributions to music, he's only deserving a 33. Right? I feel like he's, or maybe they've penalized him a little bit because he's like a multifaceted, multi-genre type of guy who's done all type of, realms of entertainment. You get what I'm saying? I would have thought he would have been a little bit higher. Now, I can't give no opinion on this. I don't know who this is. Big Gip. They said, why does he belong on the list? Ahead of his time with a unique rhyme style and quirky outfits, long before Andre 3000. He got a number one solo album on the Billboard 200 chart, 5 songs on a Billboard Hot 100, and 5 albums on a. Okay, all right. Oh, so he was with Goody Mob. Wait, why didn't they just put? Oh, why did they just put Goody Mob like on it completely by themselves? Oh, I guess they're putting the members. All right. Big Gip was in Goody Mob. All right, my bad. I only knew CeeLo. I'm sorry. Okay, and Cujo. All right. So essentially, I thought they would have just put Goody Mob, but okay, all right, fine, cool. Damn, then we get Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Okay, so this is artists, not best. Oh, actually, this is rappers. All right, shit. I mean, she's rap, right? Waterfalls, Not Tonight, Ladies remix for Lil Kim Missy, The Brat, Angie Martinez, You Know What's Up. All right, I can see it. She definitely left a legacy, not only on just, I guess, I never thought about her regionally. I always thought about like women in rap. Then we get Pastor Troy. This is where like I don't have too much context to give. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't know how important to the progression of the music of Atlanta Pastor Troy was. So I'm gonna go on their word. So Young Dro, My boy with the shoulder lean, ain't I? Yeah, no, of course. Dro is very instrumental, like right after or right around that T.I. era when trap music is getting kind of it's like commercial trap music that also is getting played in the club a lot. Soldier Boy. I'm surprised Soldier Boy didn't talk about this list. Damn, what did Soldier Boy say? I gotta see this. Soldier Boy Atlanta list. I gotta see. Soldier Boy didn't comment about this? No fucking way. I would expect Soldier Boy to be like either wilding out or asking why he not higher on the list. I would think Soldier Boy is higher on the list. I'm gonna be honest with you. Influence wise, and maybe they're taking away some of his influence out of Atlanta because I do believe without Soldier Boy, we don't get some of the newer people like and shit. I hate even saying it. I think I think some of the drill guys, you know, they learned maybe not directly from style, but definitely some of the simplicity and how he went to like market his music. I think they learned from him. So Soulja Boy is really is one of the most influential rappers, like honestly, of all time. So for them to have him at 28, maybe they're just going off his musical impact in Atlanta, or maybe they're just going off his music compared to other people in Atlanta and their music. It says why he belongs on the list, the blueprint for the new type of rap star who embraces DIY approach. Okay, commercial success, number one hit, and 10 total entries on the Billboard Hot 100. One top 5 album and 3 total entries. Okay. Important songs: Crank That, Kiss Me to the Phone, and Pretty Boy Swag. All right. I don't know if I'm putting JID over Soulja Boy now. Y'all tweaking. Like, JID, I got love for you, brother, but you know, you lyrical and everything, but that's Draco right here. Like, come on. Yo, this is Draco. Like, bruh. Like, one of my goals is to get to Simpson Road because of Draco, because I've been trying to find 150 goons for forever. Anyway. JID's on here and say he's one of the few contemporary MCs from the city who can make a lyrical record and also find some commercial success. A bunch of songs on the Billboard Hot 100, top 5 hit. I'm not saying don't belong on the list, but over Soulja Boy is crazy, I think. MC Shy D. I have no idea who this is, but I know he's a legend. One of the first rappers to achieve success beyond the city. All right. Got to be tough, shake it and never die. Then they got Lotto. Lotto's here at number 25. Nah, this is bullshit. With all due respect, I ain't putting Lotto, like, and I love Lotto, and, you know, Lotto know I got love for her, but, like, I'm not putting Lotto over Soulja. I'm sorry. I'm not putting Lotto over Soulja. I'm not putting Lotto over... I don't even think I'm putting Lotto over even Left Eye right now. And I don't know if I'm putting Lotto over Childish Gambino. Like, I don't know. Like, Lotto is still young in the game. She got more to go. Like, I'm not going to... You're telling me that Lotto already accomplished more in her career than Soulja Boy ever did? Like, bro, come on. Like, we got to stop the fuckery now. We really got to stop the fuckery. Like, am I tripping on this? Like, am I tripping on this? Here's my thing, and it's no slight to Lotto. It's like Lotto's a young artist. She's building wherever she's gonna peak at. We're not even there yet. It's not even close. To say she's 25 over some of these people who had number one songs and who literally ran the place, ran it. Like, again, there was a moment that Soulja had all the hottest songs in the game, period. I think we gotta put some respect on Big Drake. This is why Draco be going off, man. I see why you be going off, Draco. Somebody better not show this list to Draco. Yachty, 24. Now, this is where I kind of get, you know, I'm wondering, because here's the thing. We're getting close to the 20s, and for all the great artists we think, the top 10 could only hold 10. So then we got a top 20, and then maybe a top 25. I think Yachty is I want to say he's closer to the, like I guess I wouldn't argue over this because I'll probably say he's closer to 20 than 25. But that's not that big of a jump. It would be like I would say this is criminal if I thought he was top 15. Am I tripping that I don't think Yachty top I don't think Yachty top 15. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But you know, Yachty's gonna always represent something for Atlanta, which is a new generation, a new style. That 2017, 2016 onward movement. He was the representative for Atlanta, him and Savage, on that iconic double XL freshman cover. It says he evolved the face of the youth to a versatile rap artist who commands serious attention. And it's 22 songs in the Billboard Hot 100, including 2 top hits. Okay. Yeah. He's definitely a very decorated artist. See, now, this is where you know this top 25 is jam-packed. Because if Waka goes at 23, now you have to remember, we don't get so many people without a Waka. Right? We don't get so many people without a Waka. Like, Waka, I'm going to be honest with you, I think Waka and Soulja should be both top 25. Clearly. Because it's bigger than their own records. It's what they inspired for other artists. We have to be honest. That's why I think Waka and Soulja Draco is important. He has a diamond single, Hard in the Paint. Yo, do y'all remember when he dropped Hard in the Paint? Yo, that shit was going crazy. No Hands, Grove Street Party. It's a whole lot of money. Bitches, yeah. Waka had a wave of just great music, but he inspired like that ignorant, like it was almost like Southern nigga type of wave that I think the whole country was fucking with. Like niggas was playing that in New York, niggas is playing that in Cali. It was just an energy. Like Waka definitely. I want to say Waka belongs in the top 20. I'm almost down to say Soulja belongs in the top 20. But you know what? Let's pause already because we got to see who they have in there, right? We get Shorty Low. Yeah, you know, Shorty Low, rest in peace of Shorty Low. One of the guys who was going crazy. Definitely a trendsetter. They know. Yeah. Hey, I can't knock Shorty Low being at 22. Shout out to Shorty Low, man. You know, rest in peace, my boy. Right? Kilo Ali. I don't know too much about him, so I can't really say, you know, I can't really pick either here or there. So, you know, let's see. He's one of the pioneer figures in Atlanta hip hop, making waves before the city had an identity. Okay. Can't say nothing about it. Number 20, Gunna. Man, y'all niggas have me fucked up if y'all think that Gunna's before Waka Flocka, nigga. I am sorry, bro. Like, y'all niggas has got me fucked up, nigga. Y'all think Gunna before Waka, nigga? Nah, Gunna on the way. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Gunna deserved to be top 30. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But man, y'all just gonna put Waka out there like Waka was just some bum ass nigga, man. Nah, man. Man. Now, all things said, I think Gunna should be top 25, top 30. I ain't saying that. But I guess I'm just looking at placement of Waka. But shout out to Gunna still, you know? 19, Takeoff. Now, once you see this, you know that they're splitting up the groups. And I'm going to be honest with you. You see, I'm going to look like a hater. Because I love Takeoff, but Takeoff not 19, bro. Like, Takeoff not 19. Bro, if y'all going to put the group. And the group going to be top 5 or top 10. But don't just put Takeoff. Just put Takeoff. You get what I'm saying? Like, he didn't get a chance to really flush out that solo career, and even when he was trying to do the duo thing with, of course, Quavo, you know, he was still building, bro. Like, I think it's unfair for them to just put Takeoff by himself, right? It's unfair. It's unfair, and like, look at this. Like, they don't even say why he's on the list that they do for everybody else. Everybody else, they say why they belong on the list. For Takeoff, you know, this is a memorial type of thing, then, right? So it's like, you know, they don't even say that with him. And the first thing, you know, this is why I like Complex been some clown shit. The first thing they say about him is, like really positive, other than he's the youngest member and technical rapper from Migos, they said that he brought the ad libs like mama. Like, come on, bro. Like, this the best thing you gotta say about my boy? Stop playing with him. Like, come on, bro. Like, chill. Like, yo, y'all should have just put the Migos as a group. You should put the Migos as a group. And the Migos as a group is definitely, we're doing top 5. At worst, top 7, right? If we're doing Migos as a group. Number 18, Lil Jon. Lil Jon definitely deserving of that. He definitely deserving of that top 20. You got to put Lil Jon top 20. Crunk Movement, like, he's pretty much the face of it. He has so many hit songs. There was a time that pretty much he was almost like, he was almost like, he was like Khaled on steroids, because he would put other people on the tracks as well, and you would know him for these ad libs and yay or whatever the case is. But like, shit, he was definitely rapping too. You know what I mean? Snap your fingers, do your step, do all about you. Like, he was going crazy, so he definitely deserved top 20. Shit, I would say maybe top 15, but we got to see who else is on the list. Jermaine Dupri. It's actually interesting that they put Jermaine Dupri on here. With all due respect to Jermaine Dupri, of course, he as an artist, he's phenomenal, but sometimes, he's gonna get respected in the executive list, the producer list. I would just like, you give him the OG nod, like, you don't have to give him this spot right here, but Jermaine Dupri is just an amazing artist no matter what, right? Like, and of course, it's kind of like Diddy getting put on a New York list. Like, damn, Diddy, how many times do you want to get put on the list? You a producer, you a rapper, and you the mogul and the person who signs people. So I kind of look at JD like that, but JD is definitely responsible for a whole Atlanta wave. I just would like to give him that credit bigger than just him being an artist, but whatever, cool, I get it. CeeLo Green. Now, since Goody Mob is split up, CeeLo gets his own spot, and CeeLo is 16. Yeah, okay. Now, granted, because CeeLo, completely tremendous artist, if he's 16, everybody else below him or above him, I guess, like 15 and above, got to be fire. Let's see who we going with. Let's see how we going with. Quavo. Again, remember, they broke the Migos up, so they're now putting Quavo in his own spot. Again, I don't like that. I think they should have gave the Migos one spot. Now, I got to see what they do with Outkast, because Outkast is going to be an interesting one as well. By the way, they broke up Goody Mob. They didn't put Goody Mob on there. They put CeeLo different from was it Quip? And yeah, they're doing it differently. I wish they would have put the groups, because when people are looking at this, not from Atlanta, they don't think about some of these guys as solo artists. They think about their group contributions, right? And yeah, I just don't believe that Quavo's solo career warrants him being on this list. I think the Migos and his contribution to the Migos warrants him being on the list. So that's why the Migos should be there at the highest position, which is like top 5 or let's say top 7. But okay, we get Killer Mike. Okay, Killer Mike, legendary artist. He was always pretty much indie, but he always figured out a way to still impact the musical market. And, one of the most lyrical guys that has really came from the culture. So I could definitely see it. Offset. I'm actually surprised they put Offset as the number 1 Migo on the list, right? So all 3 Migos are in the top 20, which, again, if I'm them, and obviously there's 2 remaining. I don't know how their egos like be feeling, but I would just rather just put my group on there, not us 3 individually. Put our group on there and just call us top 5, rather than y'all call us top 20 individually. You know what I mean? Again, I always look at these guys like individual projects. Love Offset, but like, is Offset individual projects fucking with CeeLo Green? I don't know. We get Cardi. Okay. I'm rocking with it. I think Cardi has been like one of the most revolutionary and, enigmatic characters that came from Atlanta, period. So him being 12, of course, I get it. 21 Savage gets 11. Okay. 21 Savage, y'all know that's my boy and everything. I'm actually surprised he didn't make top 10. I think 21 has done so much and has had so much success that he is really tapping on the door of some of the greatest Atlanta figures or musicians of all time. So, for him to be 11, I know they got to be 10 amazing people in front of him, but 21 Savage, one of them guys. That's a fact. Let's see who's number 10. Whoa, La Baby. Got Lil Baby at number 10. I could see it. In a short time, even though it's been a while. He's been out since like 2016 or so he's on like an 8-year run. Lil Baby's done a lot. Lil Baby's one of the only artists that's challenged almost for like a premier spot in the game as like maybe one of those rarefied guys who sell over 200K, or one of those guys who are even sitting at the table with a Drake, a J. Cole, one of the premier guys. So I definitely see why he would be at a top 10 artist, and a guy who I still think, despite sometimes he's struggling to find what his next move going to be in terms of songs or whatever, he definitely deserves, a mention like a top 10, because he's still one of the most lit niggas from the region, right? 2 Chainz. See, I guess I don't know if I put 2 Chainz over Baby and Savage. Yeah, I don't know if I do that. But Chainz, I think okay, now that I think about it, when we were saying Chainz, we got to think about Titty Boy as well. Same rapper, 2 different names. He's been doing his thing way before the Duffel Bag Boy era. So if you're going to think about it from Atlanta perspective, you got to think about his contribution as Titty Boy. And maybe that puts him over the hump when it comes to like being compared to some of these other artists, because there's definitely longevity there for a fact. Okay, then we get Big Boy. Okay, so it's confirmed they're splitting up Outkast. And obviously, when you think about Big Boy, you think about, his contribution to Outkast, but you also think about some of his solo projects. And, one thing we can say about Outkast, both of them have stood on their own to a certain extent. Maybe you've wanted more, especially in the case of Andre 3000, but yeah. Now, here's the thing. I still think that Big Boy and Andre 3000 should want to be listed as a group, because I think if you list them as a group, putting them number 1 makes sense, right? Like, I don't know I think I know where Andre is at on this list, but if they're both together in Outkast probably will be 1, right? All right, Luda. You see, Luda is one of those people who I think when his run was going on, it was so crazy, right? Obviously, we know, to me, he's like the blueprint for somebody like DaBaby. One of the most creative rappers. When it came to rhyming and rapping, you could never say he was a slouch. That nigga could rap with anybody, anytime. Most creative music videos, artistically, was just like jumping off the page. He just brought like this, it was almost like, imagine Missy Elliott as a guy from Atlanta, right? Like, that's like Luda. This might be like a very like crazy like depiction, but yeah, like the guy's just really really talented. The whole chicken and beer shit, like nigga was going crazy, man. Like, definitely, because Luda and Common get underrated in rap because they moved on to acting, and you don't see them constantly trying to remind people about that. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I can see Luda. Then we get to 6. King Slime. Okay. Now this is important because Young Thug is just he's one of the generational guys who've literally influenced everybody. Everybody from Atlanta, and there's another guy who's done so, but we haven't gotten to him yet. Young Thug, stylistically standing out. He's one of the people who even like. He upped the ante on the pace of dropping music, type of music, the cadence. Obviously somebody who he looked up to was Wayne. He embodied that and really took that and like kind of went with it and created his own little blueprint that many artists, including like even like say a Uzi, kind of like saw and adopted a little bit, right? Ti fuck with him initially, and a multitude of other artists, and yeah, he's definitely a legend, right? Again, I would probably put him in the top 5, but let's see who's in the top 5. Let's see who's in the top 5. Okay, we go to 5. You get Jeezy. Ooh, now the Jeezy era was some shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Trap or die. This guy was going in, man. Jeezy had it for such a long time. This is the dude who brings Jay-Z out for Go Crazy. He's a dude who's with Kanye West. La la la. Wait till I get my money, right? Put on with Kanye as well. Like the Snowman. This guy had a legendary, impactful run that was bigger than just an Atlanta artist. Like we all got to remember, Jeezy had people banning Snowman T-shirts like just around the nation. Like, kids couldn't wear Snowman T-shirts to school. Like, Jeezy's a guy. Like, also, who was his producer that was producing a lot of his joints? Is it Shorty Red? Something Red? Like, I can't remember what the guy's name was. But they were going crazy. Like, all them songs, they would come on the club. He also, like, there was some growth there, too. Like, I think his growth, like, we've seen Savage do a good, like, growth arc. Like, remember when he went to My President is Black? Like, he kind of also grew up a little bit. It wasn't just all ignorant music. Then we get Gucci, man, bigger than the records, and he does have some big-ass records, right? But what we got to say is Gucci's, like, Mount Rushmore of influential rappers of all time. Like, no matter what region, Gucci got kids, grandkids. Like, it just is what it is, right? And he's going to be on this list for not only his influence on sound, culture, direction. You're going to have Gucci on this list on the amount of rappers that he had a hand in not only influencing, but like even being around. That probably helped their career. Like, there was a time the Migos could have been signed to him. Thug could have been signed to, like, there's a lot of artists that even end up with QC, that was because Gucci had his legal issues and he was saying to them, I don't want to hold y'all back. Y'all could go sign with these people, these folks over here. So Gucci's just one of those guys where influence-wise, got it, bro. He got it. You know what I mean? Shit, he's even influenced. His influence goes to Waka. That influence goes to like even a Keith. Like there's a long line of just influence. You know what I mean? First Day Out, like shit, even him and Beef is crazy. Truth, I still can't believe to this day that he performed Truth in front of Jeezy at the Versus joint. That shit was crazy. I don't know if I can play the whole thing, but Truth, Jeezy. Versus. Nah, this was not.
This is trying to be a star.
Broke the internet.
I tell you what.
Here you go.
Like my nigga.
Here we go.
Let me talk,
I don't want to talk. I'm through talking. It's your turn to do the song. Do the dribble. I told
it, dog.
Wait,
Vaughn.
them let them rubber bands get you. We take money to go to war, but we can go to war, nigga. I ain't no real rapper, I'm a fucking grave digger. I'm a old school fool, don't make me show my age, nigga.
Yeah.
Louisville and turn it to a batting cage, nigga. I took the sun will keep you cold, and I know you still miss her. But Puff was fucking her while you was falling in love with her. While you to do a song, wouldn't even smoke no bud with you. I was screaming so ice and was a neighborhood nigga. This AR is my backup, cause I don't need no nigga. Mustang hit with
nah, this was one of the most gangster shit I've ever seen.
said, let them guns drown, nigga. Used to ride the Birmingham with a lot of grounds, nigga. I'm just who I am, nigga, but I ain't spaying now, nigga. I know it's hard for you to sleep, know when you kill your homeboy. You left his son to be a bastard, won't even raise your own boy. Smoking on Pookie Load tonight.
I tell you what.
That was crazy.
Scoochie, the living legend. Oh yeah.
Hold on, did he perform that part like go dig your partner up, nigga? I bet he can't say shit. Oh, that's
I'm a legend, living legend. Nigga.
Nah, this was cool.
Trying to dance with you. I ain't throwing hands, I'm let them rubber bands get you.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Guwap was crazy for this. Did y'all ever see 21 Savage reacting to it? Like he was watching it somewhere. He was going crazy.
I'm with the nigga from Matt. Ain't the nigga just mad cause
Here you go.
it's too up. Ain't nothing retarded about Gucci, baby. A $10,000 bounty didn't pay them cause they didn't have. I see your interview, nigga, and you.
They say shit.
I see your interview too, you let. I think the nigga just mad cause but I'm a big dog, you gotta go take your partner off, nigga.
Oh no, nah. Yo, when you got this is an Atlanta crib, they going crazy.
Keep on doubting me. It's too up. Ain't nothing retarded about Gucci, baby. A $10,000 bounty didn't pay them cause they didn't have. I see your interview, nigga, and you. I see your interview too, you let. I think the nigga just mad cause but I'm a big dog, you gotta go take your partner off, nigga.
Bet he can't say shit.
And if you looking for the kid,
I be his own six.
I see you and your homeboy. I know y'all see me over there.
With the black folk film.
It look just like, but I never win platinum, do you?
Hit my drip.
I never let a nigga do me like.
Tipped and flip.
This the same shit they got.
Nah, that nigga.
It's Gucci, nigga. Okay.
Nah, this shit. Y'all remember when this is going on? This is quarantine, bro. This is crazy. I was just talking to Larry Jackson. Yo, I remember when Larry Jackson told me he was gonna get Gucci and Jeezy to be on the same stage. I was like, hell nah. Now, granted, they paid both of them boys like $1 million a piece. Like that was $1 million a piece. Chat, let me ask y'all a question. For $1 million, y'all not beefing no more like that, but you letting a nigga diss your homeboy, like your dead homeboy, while you want to say you getting $1 million. So I'm asking, y'all gonna be professional or you crashing out? But he right over there, he dissing him. He smoking on Poogie Leg, and he saying all that shit. But you getting $1 million, or you gonna say, man, fuck that million, I'm crashing. It's crash time. Or you gonna be like, man, I'm just acting like I don't see you. But if I ever see you say that outside of here, I'm fucking you up. But I'm gonna get my $1 million today.
Okay.
This is the second verse.
Don't make me show my age, nigga. Grab a Louis and turn it to a bad cage, nigga. And I know you still, but Tilt was fucking her while you was falling in love with her. And he was smoke no bud. I was screaming and was this AR is my backup cause I don't need. Must have heard what Flocka say, let them used to try to Birmingham with a lot of I'm just who I am, nigga, and I ain't spanned.
Yo, I ain't noticed this song went that hard.
You raise your son to be won't even raise your own boy. Damn. Wow. Wow.
Savage was lit.
Put him in the dirt. Put him in the dirt. He put him in the dirt. He put him in the dirt. Don't think. He put him in the dirt. He put him in the dirt.
Yo, these niggas is wildin'.
I said the dirt nerd. They talking. Feel me?
Nah, this is crazy. This is crazy. If you ever watching, Savage was not rocking with Jeezy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Anyway, all right, let's get back to the list. Back to the list. Okay, so we get Gucci at 4. There's only 3 spots left. Let's see. T.I. Now, we can't say a motherfucking thing about T.I. Once known as the King of the South. I think T.I. helped cement Atlanta in a major way as hit makers, as somebody who was viable, because there was a time where people would acknowledge the South, but they wouldn't acknowledge the South as like guy. They would think that the top rapper or the top guy in the game had to come from like New York, and like the Atlanta dudes would have some shit, but they would never be like the guy. I think T.I. is one of those guys who really Bro, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga had a slew of hits, man. Bro, that King album was crazy. Shit, you know, my favorite is Paper Trail. Also, T.I., I think he was always underrated as a rapper. Damn, how many? Yo, T.I. is one of those people from trap music. Didn't he have the joint called B Series or something like that? From trap music to T.I. versus Tip to King. King is like the quintessential classic. To what he dropped in 2008. He dropped an album in 2008. That was the joint. T.I. 2008 album. That's Paper Trail. Paper Trail, come on now. Right? Yeah, that's the one that got all them joints on it. Ready for whatever. Live your life. On top of the world. Whatever you like. No matter what. Swing your rag. What's happening? Swagger like us. Yeah. Dead and gone. Yeah, this is the one it really went in. All right. Now, I think we know who's gonna, the only two people we haven't got through yet. The only two people that haven't got through or we haven't seen yet is Future. And since they separated Outkast, we would assume that Andre is I guess is gonna be in the top 2. And we get Future number 2. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody from Atlanta I spoke to, so this is not an ACK opinion. This is Atlanta niggas who grew up there, who still live there. They all tell me, dog, ain't no Atlanta list where Future's not number 1 if Outkast isn't above him. If only Outkast as a group, not Andre. And by the way, we could save the thing. You know, Andre's number 1. They said people disagreed with this list, and these are Atlanta niggas. They said Future gotta be number 1. Just facts. He's just the greatest. He's gotta be number 1 unless you put Outkast the group, because Andre 3000 as a solo artist can't fuck with Future. Yeah, he can rap, but Future is Future. But if you put Outkast, now you got him. Now you got it. Outkast could be number 1. But if you separating them, you can't put Andre by himself over Future. And I kind of understood what they were saying with that. Like, I definitely understood. You know, shit. Let's see what they said about Future. A prolific commercial artist with creative powerhouse for more than a decade. One of the architects of trap music sound that is dominating contemporary hip-hop. Man, fuck all this shit what they say, man. The GOAT. Man, Future's just that nigga. Like, you know, they should have said why they belong on the list? That nigga. That's it. We don't got to mention he got 200 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. We don't got to mention that he has 15 top 10s and 3 number 1s. Fuck all that. That nigga. You get what I'm saying? Future is just the guy. I think Future should be number 1, but let me read what they put with Andre. They said, you see, that's why I said it should be Outkast, right? They said over 20 million sold as part of Outkast, including top 5 albums, number 1 album on a Billboard 200, 19 songs on Billboard Hot 100. Yeah, nah, I'm not going. I'm giving Future number 1, man. Future's the greatest hip hop artist. The greatest hip hop artist ever came out of Atlanta is Navadius. What's his last name? I forgot what it is. It's just Future, my nigga. I'm sorry. It's Future. Somebody says Andre might be number 1 at flute. Nah, I hear he's not number 1 at flute either, my nigga. Somebody says Speaker Knockers. Is Speaker Knockers from Atlanta? I don't know. I ain't like quickly identified that. I put Andre number. Wait, who was number 3? I'm gonna be honest. I put Andre number 4. Then I put Andre number 4 or 5. Because solo-wise, Gucci got too much influence. I'm sorry. T.I., that's the king. I'm sorry. Future's the GOAT. Yeah, I would have put Andre. But again, remember, I'm not from Atlanta. So I would put Andre at 4. Yeah. I put Andre at 4. Okay. What do y'all think about this list? So, real quickly, it's Andre 3000, Future, T.I., Gucci, Jeezy, Thug, Luda, Big Boy, 2 Chainz, Lil Baby, 21 Savage, Playboi Carti, Offset, Killer Mike, Quavo, CeeLo Green, Jermaine Dupri, Lil Jon, Takeoff, Gunna. That's the top 20. We're not going to get into the others. Mystical Wilson says Andre alone is number 2. I disagree. I feel a lot of the greatness came in the shape of Outkast, and there's nothing wrong with acknowledging the group. Why are we splitting up groups? Like, why are we splitting up groups, bro? Like, most of these guys, the majority of their shit came through groups, so I think we should keep them as a group. Okay. Let me see what else is going on. All right. How we doing on time? Doing all right. Okay. Here we go.